What's up? What's going on? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? Let's get down to the situation. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video, y'all. Let's get into this whole situation. So Erica Mena, she is going off. She is upset because Love and Hip Hop is having a roundtable discussion, and she posted under a post of Bambi's, basically still calling black folks animals. So she says at the end of this long statement that she posted on social media, the franchise has always depicted us as zoo animals. Okay, so she still can't help herself from calling a black person a animal. Now she's calling the whole cast zoo animals. Like, what is really going on? She's disrespecting the black folks and the Afro Latina folks in her post, and she's calling out Yandy as well. Let's get into it. Let's talk about this whole situation when it comes to Erica Mena and Spice. Right now, Erica Mena, she is unhinged. She is upset. She is coming after Love and Hip Hop Atlanta producers and also the network as well, and calling them out. And she's pretty perturbed and pretty upset because she lost her job, number one, and then she lost another job at All Black, and now she's upset that Love and Hip Hop Atlanta producers and the network are getting together and having a roundtable discussion to talk about racism and to talk about what Erica Mena called Spice a racial slur, and how it made her feel and how it made other people feel. And Erica Mena is feeling a certain type of way, so she's calling out Yandy and her, long post. So she had a laundry list of things. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna talk about a few of them things. We're gonna dissect what she had to say. One thing is for sure, Erica Mena basically posted that the network continued to work with her and Spice after the incident took place. They worked for 7 months together, and she says she worked nonstop, so she don't understand what happened and what was the situation. And also, Erica states that if you're going to have a round table talk, she needs to be a part of the situation. Her and Spice should sit down and talk about this together and have that discussion. And some people agree that Spice and Erica Mena should have that discussion, but at the same time, she's being accused and she has said a racial slur. So if the network brings her on to sit down and have the discussion, she's going to get paid, and people going to say you're paying a racist person, you're paying a colorist person, so you fired her and hired her to come back and speak. So that's kind of like a tricky situation, because if you're firing her for, so you guys let me know if you think Spice and Erica Mena should sit down and have a round table talk on the network, MTV, VH1. What y'all think? Tell me. And then Erica continues to say that the network is so desperately trying to save face that they are coming after her, and this is why they're having the round table talk. And the reason why they released a statement is because of the backlash that they receive. So Erica Mena is basically saying that they were not mad at her for what she said, but once they received the backlash, that's when basically they had to, fire her and get rid of her and release a statement. So she's basically saying that they was cool with her and everything, and that could be the case, but sometimes things happen as far as people need to listen to the voices of the people. When they listen to the people, what happens? Black people can ride at the front of the bus now. We don't have white only water fountains or black only water fountains. And also the people spoke up that they wanted their kids to have, the same type of education, so they integrated schools. So sometimes people got to speak up for change. And even though the network wasn't upset with you and they wasn't mad with you and they was going to let you rock, but the people said otherwise, and they felt that it was disrespectful. They felt like it was racism, colorism, and they didn't want to tolerate that, and they didn't want to see you on their screen, even though the producers was feeling you, but the people wasn't feeling you. So therefore you became a casualty, and now they're looking at you like, okay, sometimes you got to teach people that calling other people racial epithets is wrong. And sometimes if you don't know, Mena is basically saying they're making a mockery out of the whole situation by having Yandy, speak at this round table discussion because Yandy called her a racial slur back on Hot 97. That was Hot 97. It's not MTV or VH1. Okay. So that's why Yandy is sitting there. And Yandy has done a lot of things in the community to help people and prisoners and help fight against racism. And it seems like Erica Mena is taking a shot at Yandy instead of owning up to her own responsibilities. And she states, Erica Mena also states in her post that she believes both women are wrong and both women should sit down and have a conversation about the situation. And some people feel like they both should have been fired and things of that nature. But I believe when it comes to Spice, she didn't break any rules, she didn't break any protocols, she didn't break any procedures, and she didn't go against any company policies as far as saying that Erica Mena, son don't love her or her son don't like her. You can say that anywhere and not lose your job, but if you say a racial slur, you can indeed lose your job, because it goes against their policies, their procedure, and some companies, their emission statements and things of that nature. And also, if they're going to lose revenue behind you saying something and the people spoke up and said, hey, we don't want to see her on our TV screen because we feel she's this way, and then there wasn't an apology right away, and there never really was an apology towards the people that was affected and hurt by it. It was something very genetic, nothing really real. It seems like in this letter that she's actually posting is something more realer than the fake apology that she gave to the people if she offended people. And then on top of that, she said she gave the franchise 13 years, and she totally did. And she feels like they let her go, and they didn't really want to let her go, and she feels like she's owed something. But we all know as individuals, when we work for a corporation, they can either keep us or they can throw us away. And if we break their procedures, their protocols, their rules, and be subordinate, we could be fired. And this is what happened to Erica. And it seems like she should be a little bit more grateful as far as the opportunities that she had, and then trying to build a bridge, letting people know that she really doesn't feel this way, or whatever the case she needs to do to build her brand back up. But at the same time, it doesn't seem like anything coming from her is real. It's just that you said something to me, so I went even lower. And basically not she said something about your child, you said something racist, that people would not want to affiliate with you or their brands or the advertisement. So it's a lot more than you going off. You didn't protect your bag.